Lamar Jackson suing Troy Aikman for number 8 rights, for merch and sales and stuff. I have a problem with it because these young cats, to me, continue to just go down the same path of like no respect for the forefathers, no respect for this and that. Get your bag, but there's other ways. You're going to go after a legendary guy that won 3 Super Bowls. How about you get 4 Super Bowls and then I'll give it to you? Like, that's a choice to tell him. I don't think
I need some context on this. So.
Right. I'll give it to you right now. I'll read it. I'll read it. What's going on? So basically, Lamar and his lawyer are challenging Troy Aikman's use of their shared number 8, which is the spelling EIGHT in U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, according to federal records, because Jackson, who has applied for several trademarks using the number in various phrases, says that Aikman's attempt to use 8, which he's used forever, on bags, soft drinks, his stuff, is likely to cause confusion or cause mistake to deceive the purchasing public from buying Lamar's stuff versus what Aikman owns. So Jackson's attorney is saying on July 9th, they filed a suit saying that I came out and said today, Shaun, Troy Aikman number 8 is a legendary right now. Let's be honest. He's a Hall of Famer. Lamar Jackson's 8 is in the making, if we're going to be honest. He's a 2-time MVP, and he's writing his resume. You and I both agree. I think he's building towards – we don't agree he's a Hall of Famer right now. So I don't give a shit about your bag chasing, but if I'm Troy Aikman, he has a legacy and a legend to defend and live on forever as he's in the booth now calling games. I trademarked it first. That's how this works. That's why trademarks exist. I have slapstick trademarks. Lamar, you got to live with it or go win some big Super Bowls, dog. I just don't get the lawsuit thing from these younger cats. That's kind of the whole context.
I mean, this is more of an American problem. This is a Lamar Jackson problem. Like, how we live in a country where somebody can trademark the number 8?
Right.
I mean, they came.
Remember your boy LeBron tried to Taco Tuesday, homie.
He tried to.
Come on, man. I mean, they came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 before football was ever invented. I mean, so what you telling Steve Young he can't use 8 when it's spelled out properly, or Archie Manning, or Mark Brunell, or
DMV? You don't know about it.
Come on, man. It's a bunch of quarterbacks.
But look, it's not 8 the number. It's 8 spelling.
Right. That's what I'm still. Come on.
And by the way, DMV. Come on, homie. You from the East Coast. You don't. MCA don't spell his name. MCA don't spell his name like that. MCA leaves the G out because the G ain't in him.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
This is bogus on both sides. First of all, Aikman
should. Troy Aikman ain't done that. Troy Aikman's just sitting back, Shaun. Troy Aikman's just sitting back. He don't know nothing. He's getting sued. That's like me suing you. It ain't on him.
So I'm blaming America, first of all, because Troy Aikman shouldn't be able to trademark 8, period. Secondly, I don't blame Lamar
I disagree because I'm like Smitty on this one. 2 things to be true. If you allow the market to be what it is and you're paying these dudes what you want to pay them, then you can trademark if it's allowed. Trademark it.
Right. I'm not blaming Troy Aikman. I'm blaming America. I'm saying it's an American issue. Troy just took advantage of a loophole he filed. And Lamar is saying, I'm trying to do these big 7-figure deals. And one of the sticking points is the fact that Troy Aikman has this already trademarked. So I don't have a problem with Lamar doing either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is, though, that one guy already had it. You got to move on. You got to do something else.
I mean, so Steve Young didn't exist?
No, but he didn't trademark 8.
That's why trademarking the number is ridiculous.
It's actually the spelling, though. It's not the number. That's the difference. There's a huge difference because I know about trademark because I had to do this with Slapdick, and I know Smitty may have done some things. Trademarking is real crazy. It's kind of like finicky when it comes to like certain terms, certain words. Like so Slapdick, the way I got it, because I used it as one word, not 2 words plural. I used it one word singular. So like, if you spell out 8, there's a loophole in there saying, okay, well, we know the number 8 can't be used. Let's spell out 8. And then I think when he was young, though, if I'm not mistaken, I used to go to Aikman's camps. He used to call him Troy Aikman. Remember? Coming out of Oklahoma. It was Troy Aikman. So let's be honest. He's been using 8 for a long time, dog.
Hey,
that's the problem I got.
to the people in the chat, they brought up a good point. So Vanessa can't use 8 for Kobe. I mean,
but he was 24.
He was 8.
Yeah, but 8 times 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Lamar, to answer your question. I don't have a problem with Lamar. If this is
I don't have a problem. I don't have
a
a problem with it either.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. The only problem I see being is the fact that one guy had it already, and to me, it's kind of like a little immature on, hey man, move on. How about you do LJ 8 or something else? Like he's already done something. You know what I mean? Like he has his own thing. This is my thing though, Smitty. This is why I don't have the utmost respect for these younger generational kids. I wouldn't want to use 8, Smitty. That's my whole point. I wouldn't want to use what this dude's in the Hall of Fame using for. I would have had my own legacy and create my own shit.
Well, I mean,
that is his legacy. Lamar was number 8 all through Louisville, where he won a Heisman, had one of the greatest college seasons of all time, and he's on the path to be a Hall of Famer now. And if he still use 8, and I guess they both.
You weren't.
What I'm reading, they both apparently hold some form of legal protection, like over some form of the number. I think the main thing, like to your point, JB, is just specifically the EIGHT, because they both have some ownership over like different variations of it. But that particular one, I guess, is the one they're both fighting each other for, because they both want to use it on merch and stuff like that. So I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Hey, hold on. I had to look this up because I didn't want to misspeak.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're going by production, I mean, Troy Aikman may be the most overrated quarterback in the history of the NFL. If we just going by production,
hurts my heart. For a football savant,
Shaun, I'm going to walk off and let y'all two debate, because I've said this so many times, but when I say it, I'm a young head who don't know football and I don't know quarterback. But now Shaun King, a guy who played at the highest level, played for the Bucks, played in college, you just said the same thing. So I'm going to slide off to the left because I don't know anything, Shaun, Court, and JB. I don't know quarterback play. I didn't play in the NFL. But you played at the high position more than me and JB. So I'm going to slide over and let y'all two talk for a little while.
Listen. I got the highest respect for Troy Aikman. I'm a big Troy Aikman fan. I think he was one of the better throwers of the football that we'd ever seen. But listen, the truth doesn't have emotions. It's just the truth. If we keeping it a buck, from 1989 to 2000, Troy Aikman never threw for 3,500 passing yards in a season and never threw for more than 23 touchdown passes.
It hurts my heart that legendary
he only threw over 20 touchdown passes in 1 year. That was 92.
I know. It hurts my heart that a legendary dude that I got to cook a legend on the show, and I just hate to do that. I just want to give that preemptive strike out there.
No. Listen.
Before I drop the mic.
What they did from a success standpoint is undebatable. Like, they were unbelievably successful. I'm not saying Troy Aikman wasn't worthy. I think he was the number 1 pick out of UCLA. I'm not saying that he wasn't deserving of being in the Hall of Fame of all the accreditation accomplishments he's gotten. All I'm saying, JB, is if you strictly look at productivity, I mean, there's some legit questions out there. That's all I'm saying.
All right. There's really not, to me. I don't know. You and Matt McChesney, boy, it's crazy. I don't get it. But let me. I don't even know why I got to do this. I don't know why I got to do this. This man played with the leading rusher in NFL history, right?
He did. Shout out to Emmett.
All right.
Or Zone, as we call it.
We're just going to start right there. One of my good friends growing up, Larry Allen, and they got Eric Williams, and Tuanay, and Newton, and Hall of Fame O-line, right? Novacek at tight end. And then we're going to talk about Irvin and Harper. And then we're going to go outside to Irvin and Harper. And if you go watch any practice as a kid and watch them and you know quarterback play, you know that Troy Aikman was single-handedly the most accurate passer of all time. The ball didn't hit the turf over weeks and weeks at time at practice. That's what everyone said. The ball didn't hit the ground.
Career completion percentage of only 61.5.
And he also has the least attempts of any Hall of Fame quarterback. Oh, good. Perfect. Fucking thank you, Bailey. Because Jeff's going to rip me for fucking this. Here's the thing.
Keep going, JB.
I hate to assassinate. I want to use that word. Shit.
The truth doesn't have emotions.
JB, finish. I want to know where you going with it, because right now, to me, you're proving our point that he had a loaded roster around him, and of course, I mean, so he should have performed a bit more.
Let me teach you, youngsters.
Keep going.
That's my point. Why would you have to throw the fucking ball 50 times a game? Why? They ran 21 personnel. They ran ISO and power 30 times a football game. Shaun knows this, and he is the most accurate ball passer. Does it mean that he had 4 wideouts out there and threw the ball 60 times? By the way, Troy Aikman played in an era where he used to get hit in the fucking face with a helmet. And guess what? He had to get up and throw the ball. Guess what? Receivers had to get done. Receivers used to be able to get rerouted and hit over the middle and get their heads knocked off on dig route.
Yep.
Guess what? Troy Aikman did. Avoided most of that shit. Joe
Montana played during that era too.
By the way,
he played when he had to get hit.
Can we all also admit that if Jerry Jones doesn't fuck over and get egotistical, that Jimmy Johnson stays and Cowboys win another 3 Super Bowls? Let's just keep it real, all the way funky. Shit, who's gonna stop him? Barry Switzer won another one, Smitty, and he didn't even know what he was doing.
All right, JB.
So just think about how loaded that team was, Shaun. You know how loaded that team was.
JB, hear me out. Hear me out for a second here, okay? Because first of all, I'm a big Troy Aikman fan. I don't want anybody to get this misconstrued. But again, the truth doesn't have emotions.
Okay, before you say this, though, and I'm going to ask you this before you ask Jeff your question before you get out of here.
Don't forget, Shaun.
Would you take Troy Aikman on Baltimore or that Cowboy team over Lamar Jackson? That's all I want to know. And you know damn well who you take. So stop.
So I'm not comparing football to Lamar Jackson football. Here's what I'm saying.
You just compare stats, though.
No.
Well, it's a loaded question. It's a different scheme. I need more information. But go ahead, Shaun.
So Nadu, hear me out. Aikman played from 89 to 2000. JB brought up attempts. He had 4,715 attempts.
Yep.
Steve Young played from 85 to 99. He had 4,149 attempts. So he had almost 600 less.
Hold on. You can't.
No. Let him go. I'm not gonna
get done. I'm a football savant too. That motherfucker backed up Joe Montana for 6 of those damn years. He didn't have those damn throws. What are you talking about? It's no comparison.
Hey, no. We're talking about career attempts. All right. Steve Young threw for over 3,500 yards 1, 2, 3 times. He threw for over 23 touchdowns 1, 2, 3, 4 times with a couple 30 plus. Aikman never threw for 3,500 yards in a season, and he only threw for over 20 touchdown passes once when he threw for 23.
Didn't have
so
to
the point, this whole argument started because Lamar Jackson is suing Troy Aikman because Troy Aikman has trademarked the actual spelling of the number 8.
Well, yeah, they're battling over that. Right. I guess apparently they both own some form of ownership of the number, but they're battling over this particular spelling of it. And Shaun, real quick, can you throw out some of the interceptions though? I'm curious about the picks on that side for Troy. Do you have that just kind of ready for you as well? We might as well kind of list everything out.
Steve
Be careful what you guys ask. Be careful what you ask for, Smitty, because I'm just gonna cook you.
I'm just asking.
Hey, no, you're not. You're asking because you think you're smart, and I'm gonna.
No, I don't. I'm just asking.
Steve Young threw 232 career touchdowns, 107 interceptions. Troy Aikman threw 165 career touchdowns, 141 interceptions.
Okay, I'm done. I'll rest my case.
But that's not – you're going to get cooked on that case. See, that's what you don't get. You're too young to talk to me about this, dog.
I'm not talking. I'm letting Shaun talk. I didn't say
Shaun, don't spit in my face.
This is what happens when JB's running out of ammo. He aims at me as the young, dumb kid. I'm not talking. This is Shaun King, NFL quarterback.
Hey, Shaun, old heads like you and I, one thing we don't like, insulting our intelligence. Don't fucking piss on me and tell me it's rain, motherfucker. Here's the bottom line. Let me tell you something about 141. And Shaun, if you and I are in 21 personnel our whole career, and we got to play action to Emmitt Smith our whole career, how many of those 141 picks you think were either tip, batted, or drop balls?
Oh, my damn.
Let's watch the games.
Damn.
Stop looking at stat lines.
My damn. We have never counted tips and all this shit. We are making so many excuses.
Hold on, though. You're talking about 10 personnel versus 21, Smitty. You understand the difference in quarterback play and the windows that opportunity occurs? Do you have a clue what you're talking about? Like, come on, man. This is a whole nother generation.
Hey, Jeff, we need just a tiebreaker, Jeff. We need
Hey, Shaun. Hey, Shaun, guess what Aikman was doing? Aikman was getting fucking hit in the chin. The ball was getting hit like this. Guess what they do now? They sit up there and fucking go, ding, 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 ding. I threw a bubble screen for 80.
Say it, Shaun. Say it, Shaun. Say it, Shaun.
The Hall of Fame online. They paved the way for the all-time NFL all-time rushing league leader.
Thank you.
Hey, before you get out of here, Shaun, ask Jeff your question you wanted to ask him before you left.
Right now.
Hell, I forgot what I was going to ask.
Odds.
What was I going? Oh,
NBA betting odds.
NBA Rookie of the Year. I said Reed Shepard, based on Summer League, looks like a legitimate play. I'm not sure what his odds are right now, so I don't know if there's value on that. But just based on what I've seen from an ability standpoint, Reed Shepard looks like the real deal.
Yeah, I don't know what the odds are. I'd have to look. I don't even think they're up right now. But again, it's summer league. You know, that's you're going from playing kids that you're used to playing with. Let's just say over the last year to going to play some of the best defenders in the world. It's a major step up. But yeah, listen, there's a reason he was a top 3 pick. I didn't know if it would take, like, he did really well. He had like an unbelievable year last year in college. I didn't know if it would translate to the NBA, but yeah, I compared him to Kirk Heinrich, a type of player like that. I think he'll have a really good career in the NBA. Will he be, Luka Doncic? I don't know. But again, it's summer league.
Well, hell, in the NBA draft, we just hoping that you is Derek White. Like, that's
right.
A win.
Good role player, hustle, shoot some threes.
Hey, Shaun, where you at with the nail painter? Because he's in Philly with Jeff.
Hey, McCain balling. I told you on draft night, McCain's a baller.
He is hooping though.
Where's he at? Is he got a shot at it?
Number 2.
I just don't know minutes-wise if he's going to start in Philly because he's a wing player.
Yeah, they got Maxey, Paul George.
Maxey and George, and I don't know if they're going to go with that small of a lineup, but we'll see. Whereas I think Reed's going to start for San Antonio. I know they got Chris Paul, but I still think Reed's going to end up, being the starting guy.
Hey, before you get out of here, though, appreciate that you're coming on this week. We're getting closer to NFL season. How many swing routes did Aikman throw, you think, or bubbles?
So before I go, here's what I don't get. You're acting like the Cowboys and the Niners makeup was drastically different. Like, the Cowboys had Brent Jones at tight end, Roger Craig at running back, William Floyd at fullback.
You mean a pass-catching running back, receiver?
Jerry Rice, and what was it? John Taylor was on the other side of Jerry
Rice? You mean the all-time pass-catching running back of all time, Roger Craig?
Why was he all-time pass-catching, though?
But the West Coast system is not
because Emmitt Smith couldn't catch a cold. Emmitt Smith didn't get catches out the backfield.
But the West Coast system isn't a volume, like, high-yardage passing system. It's a dink and dunk.
But it was you're comparing Ernie Zampese from running true 21 ISO and power and play action to Bill Walsh, which was true West Coast 21 personnel stuff. And look at that hit. You think a guy can hit and do that now? Get the fuck out of here. You think Lamar Jackson could do that? You think Mahomes could do that?
Troy Aikman to Lamar Jackson. I'm not
doing here with that shit.
All I'm saying is this, though, JB. Let's say everything you said is right and true. All right, cool. You're making all these reasons as to why his stats are the way they are. Cool. That's all fair and just. But that all plays a role in when we're ranking our all-time greats. And I think it's fair to say, based upon his situation that he was in, he did not have to do as much as some of these other greats did because their teams weren't as good. They didn't have as many Hall of Famers around them. So that should play a role in how we rank Troy Aikman. Now, if we're saying that we believe if he was on a shitty team, he would have way bigger numbers, more touchdowns. All right, cool. We can say that. But the facts are the facts. The numbers are the numbers. There's no way to change that.
Shaun, you and I both said this, though, on the show with Smitty. Like, stats are convoluted. We get stats and we look at stats and we're like, okay, whether it's high or low, you want to call me whatever, however you want to take my take on this, whether they're 500 yards like Brady did and lost in that Super Bowl, or whether he threw for 200 yards and they won. Stats are overrated, Shaun, and you know damn well stats don't tell the.
I'm comparing a Hall of Famer to a Hall of Famer. Both of them have gold jackets.
Right.
Steve Young and Troy Aikman, and it's all started
No. You moving the goalposts on me. The start was not a Hall of Famer. It was Lamar Jackson, not Steve Young.
But
Stop
Lamar
moving the
Jackson's a Hall of
goalposts.
Famer. Lamar going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he's not right now. That was
but he's going.
Steve Young was never in this discussion until you made it about
No,
Steve Young.
the eight. Hey, look at Bailey. Bailey's so biased towards JB. All we getting is Troy Aikman highlights. And
Thank you. I'm glad someone else noticed it. I say it all the time. It's fucking mini me. Bailey's mini me.
Bailey knows who pays that motherfucker.